Hello and welcome to Casting Roles, a persistent D&D campaign played by a bunch of theater nerds. Thank you for joining us. If you're liking the show, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And if you'd like to reach out to us on social media, you can find us on Twitter at Casting Roles and on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Casting Roles ILM. Our videos are uploaded on our YouTube channel every Friday, but with no other announcements, we'll go ahead and start the show. So ticket takers, after a few days in the town of Bogtown, where you had traveled to meet up with the Seablade crew, you uncovered a mysterious disappearances of people, shattered memories or lost memories of individuals, and using the keen investigative minds of Marlowe and the rest of the crew, you managed to realize that there was some kind of entity that had moved into the space and was feeding on the local first Sahagwin population and then the people of Bogtown itself. Over the course of your investigation, Abel was taken by the creature, and briefly you forgot Abel's existence. But with the help of one of the Seablade crew, Ravik, you were able to kind of discover how to counteract the creature's powers and then hunt it down and put it down. In the process of the battle, Saurus fell. But with the help of Ilwerin, who probably is responsible for Saurus's death, and also the contributions of each of you for the ritual, he was able to come back to the fight. Discussions were had with Robin Goodfellow shortly after, in which you realize that there are several moving pieces of enemies on the board that are all seeming to coalesce around the region of Nuevea, Azalor, and and Blighthold, the southern kind of tip of Alyria. And deciding to quickly race back aboard the ship, you began to make your way back to Nuevea, but not before Abel, expressing the fear of his home being under attack, said some things that set the party into discord a little bit. So with that in mind, ticket takers, as we kind of finish the first day of travel, you had kind of set sail at night and you were heading into the next day. Somebody roll a d20 for me, please.
I got it. You got it. 5.
Okay. So as the sun rises on the second day, it's a little cloudy and the wind is not blowing against you, but kind of blowing askance to the ship. And probably matching the overall tone and of the excursion and the worry is just a dull mist hanging in the air, the gray tones. There's no bright blues or the light of the sun here. You're traveling through kind of a foggy exterior, but you're able to maintain steady pace as you go. Is there anything that you'd like to accomplish on this day of travel?
So we have 3 days total.
At this point, you've got about this is the second of 3 days. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Where did day 1 go? Okay.
Sure.
Well, you guys said I just kept treating this as like the night before and then into this day. So yeah.
It's the day after the night before.
Yes, there you go.
Because I know what you did last summer, so.
Yes. Oh no.
I would like to use my kit and try to brew 1 healing potion.
Okay, go ahead and roll your wisdom and add your proficiency modifier to see if you can brew it quickly or if it will take the full 8 hours.
All right, so let's do 20 here, plus 8, plus 11.
11, okay. You're kind of reeling from the day before and your mind may not be exactly in the right place, but you don't extend the time that it will require to create it, but it will take you the full 8 hours.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will ask. Go ahead, Ronnie.
I suppose I'm going to give Jury the cloak of the manta ray that I made for them. So when we do get to the underwater city, if that swimming and breathing underwater.
I have something I want to ask you. So, Rob, do you want to do your thing first?
I was going to ask Kaimana to contact the rats and have them move some supplies into Ogawan's lab in case we need to hold up there. But to do it surreptitiously so it doesn't look like we're carrying crates of canned food to the lab. But that way, when we get there, if things start to get weird, we can hole up in a place that's defensible.
Okay.
Good idea.
And I'll do that.
All right. You get kind of the call back from Beaker, and he says, well, I guess I can talk to Mr. Ogawan about that. He's very intimidating, but I think it'll be okay.
He's a teddy bear.
And I'll tell Abel that he might want to give his dad a heads up that about the conversation with Robin Goodfellow summed up in less than 25 words.
Good luck.
And that to work and to just go with what the rats are doing.
The last episode, did we do a sending jury?
To your dad, I feel like, did I call Oakwan and I just kind of warned him to stay safe?
Yeah,
I think I just
think
warned
so,
him.
yeah.
Protect the
Yeah,
lioness.
I called Oakwan and I warned
And he
him
was
to
like,
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, so that was definitely done. So you come over and you have a thing for me?
Yes. So I will come over with the cloak folded, and I made this for you, anticipating our underwater trip in the hidden city. But I don't know if you would still want it or not. But
I mean,
it is
sure.
yours if you need it.
I'll always take free stuff. Jury's like writing something as you're hanging out with him. Can I ask you something? You talk to Mar yet?
I've
No.
not.
What are you waiting around for? We're like trapped on a ship together. It's gonna be the easiest time to find her. She's gonna disappear.
Marlo is a master of espionage and disguise.
That's why a ship is the perfect place to find her to apologize. Otherwise, it'd be way harder.
I will be honest, I perhaps have not been looking that hard, but
Well, you don't want to apologize for what you said?
I think it does warrant a conversation, yes.
Listen, April, let me just... The thing is, if you feel that way and that's everything, you have reasons to feel that way. But that doesn't mean you can't apologize for what you said and how it made her feel.
That's true.
So I think that's the least you should do.
Oh.
I will definitely make an effort to speak to Marlo.
Also, can you help me?
I'm a bit prideful, but
Yeah.
I will do what I can.
Now that I've given you some
Right.
amazing advice, can you help me with a magical thing?
I'm always up for experimenting with magic.
Okay, I'm trying to learn a certain spell. I might just need your help with it. You see Jury like puts down what they're working on, and one of the pages has a bunch of like sigils drawn out. Jury's just trying to learn teleportation circle, and arcanely just asked for your help with it. So you'll probably just spend some time hanging out talking about magic stuff.
Yeah. Abel, make an intelligence check and add your proficiency bonus.
I sure will. Yeah, teleportation.
Yes,
magic
that's an
was
arcane check.
never-
Arcana check.
Yeah, I think, you see, the thing is, I just think it'd be really useful to the group.
Yes, very.
Make it
I never excelled at it myself, but I always found it interesting. Oh Lord. A 26.
Okay, yeah. You immediately recognize that you, like, one of the earliest things that Praetor Yakuzi taught you was the how to manage the teleportation circles within Nuevea, and like the tools that went through it as a way to teach you how to recognize arcane sigils and how they could be changed depending on your purposes and uses. So this is something you can very quickly help Jury with. Jury, I do need you to send me a message that includes the names of the cities that you are highlighting as your choices for a teleportation circle.
Because I get two,
You get
right?
to choose 2. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And I might recommend, just from DM like fiat thing, don't choose Nuevea, because you can very easily learn the Nuevian circle when you get back to
when
town.
we go there.
Yes.
Sure.
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay. I will do that. Other people can talk while. That's all I had for today. So.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have something on the second-ish day of travel?
Josh, I sent you a message.
Oh,
I also rolled a 24 deception. I don't think Abel can physically put down the vibe I was hiding, so that's good. You don't get it.
I do kind of want to. Where do you want to teleport to?
Well, it's just useful for the ticket takers. It has multiple purposes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You can't roll higher. I mean, do you want to roll and see if you get a nat 20 insight? I feel like that's the only way.
I doubt I will. I don't even know if Abel...
You might as well just roll. Just see if you get a nat 20.
I don't know if Abel's mind would be there right now anyway.
If you got a nat 20.
I rolled a 25.
Wait, how did you roll a 25?
I swear to God, I rolled 25.
Wait,
uh-oh.
wait, okay, so I rolled a 24. So Jury is keeping it together really, really well. But you get the sense that he has an ulterior motive for learning the spell.
Mm-hmm.
You can press him on it, but you get the sense he's protesting a little too much about how useful it is for the group.
Yep. Okay, I'll just clock it, but I won't.
Okay, you clock it.
Push it.
I can't believe you rolled high enough. That's amazing. Anyway,
I didn't think I would. Nice. Wisdom is not my thing, so.
No.
Incredible. So you clock it. There you go.
Yep. I'll keep it in mind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I want to keep an eye. How to put this? If Mar and Abel end up in the same place at the same time,
Okay.
I want to also end up there in the same place in the same time.
All right. Make a invest or perception check for me, Source.
Perception 27.
Okay. It's really weird. Abel is just jingle jangling all over the place. And you always know where he is. You have not seen Marlowe all day.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to intrude on them.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for them. I just...
Perfect. Kaimana, with an added thing, I completely, in my brain, forgot. You are piloting the ship. So we'll say that you can still do the check, but because you're having to like run down to your alchemy lab and then come back up, that this will be a 2-day brewing potion for your potion. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
If they're flying level, Source can take the wheel.
Okay, then that's
Just
fine.
going
Yeah.
straight and not doing any kind of maneuver. I can hold the wheel exactly where it is.
Yeah.
So
Follow the upside down M.
Yes. Now, with the sense that it has been a foggy day of travel for the most part, and there's just general mist around, I will need somebody to make a survival check to successfully continue to navigate in the correct direction versus veering off course.
Okay, so I do want to say, just like, I feel like it would be in character for Kaimana to realize, oh, like, I've got to fly the ship, but I also want to brew this potion. And just start bringing all the shit he's going to need, like, up on deck.
That's fine.
And just
set it by the wheel.
Sure. I think that'll work. I think if you do that, as long as Saurus watches the wheel while you're doing it, then that's fine.
Yeah. I just wanted to be that moment where you had 10 milliliters. Oh, shit!
Who's doing the navigation for us?
I will be part of that.
Okay, go ahead and make the survival check. And then if Saurus is helping you with that, you can make it with advantage. Yeah.
Thank you.
Because you have the sun is kind of visible, but occasionally like drifts through a cloud and goes behind a cloud, and it's hard to keep track of. So this will determine whether you're keeping on track.
22.
Perfect. You manage to, with just a couple slight corrections as the sun reappears, able to maintain your trajectory south. All right. Anybody else wanting to conquer, do anything on this day? conquer the day. Let's conquer the day.
That's it for today.
Okay. Good. So as you all kind of bed down for the evening, someone will need to take, unless you want to have Kaimana experience several levels of exhaustion over the course of the next 2 days. Someone will have to pilot for some time while he sleeps.
I'll sling my hammock right there next to it, so if anything gets too out of control, you can just wake me up.
Okay. So we can assume that like night watch will happen there at the wheel. And so
I'll take the night shift.
So Abel taking a shift,
Yeah, I can take one.
Jury taking a shift, and the final shift, Kaimana will take the last one. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, cool. So, Kaimana, you bed down with your hammock and your bubbling cauldron of potion. Like, Kaimana has fully moved into the upper level apartment of the airship.
Bubbling cauldron like under the hammock, and the steam will like kind of warm it up.
Yes.
You get like a little heated action.
It's fantastic.
It's like having your little. That's like
wrong.
having
I
an
mean,
office where he has his
wrong.
little grill at the foot of his bed.
All right. So, Abel takes the first watch, and Abel, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Straight perception.
Yes.
A 7.
A 7.
What did I get you new dice for?
Why? Yeah, please no. It was your birthday yesterday. Please roll the new dice
Roll the new
for this perception check.
I love you, and I get you dice because I want to show my love and affection for you to celebrate your birth. As your party member, I get you dice because I want you to not roll
A natural 20! That's the power of birthday dice.
22.
Yeah, beautiful. Because, Abel, as you are flying this night and Kaimana's gently like snoring behind you with the bubbling of the cauldron underneath his hammock, and you're alone on the deck and there's just this light mist kind of crossing you, there's a slight break in the clouds and you see like the I think we're at a half point with we're not, we're the crescent shape of the moon as it's beginning to form, and a moon bow kind of appears in the air above you.
Mm-hmm.
And just like poofing into existence out of the moonbow and then soaring across the sky, you see this golden creature, maned, trailing in the winds with like stardust drifting off of it. Make a history check for me, please. Yeah.
A history check?
Yes.
Historia. I keep freaking doing it.
Yep, don't do it. No more. You can't roll on D&D Beyond anymore.
A 19.
19.
Plus, wait. Where'd it go? It's a 29. I have a plus 10 to history.
Nice. Through all of your history readings, this one is interesting because it transverses like stories that you read in like planar books and books of the entities of some of the outer planes, but also many children's stories. Sailing through the sky is a kirin.
A kirin. Oh.
Which, with your high enough intelligence and your high enough history check there, odd that an emissary of the far celestial planes would be flying over this region of Alyria at this time.
Mm-hmm.
However, seeing the light of the Kirin coming through a crescent moon, you've heard stories that occasionally, if you see a Kirin flying through the sky at night, that it might grant a wish.
I'm going to steer the ship closer to the Kirin.
Okay. It's, trailing far in the distance, but you kind of turn the ship to kind of follow its path. The sparkling dust falling off of its tail, raining down, just kind of like gentle fireflies flying past you as you're going.
I'm going to close my eyes and whisper a wish. Can I message you?
Yes, you can whisper.
Birthday
whisper
wish,
your
birthday wish.
Birthday wish.
But I will,
Dan should take a first watch. What the fuck?
I will
Okay.
message it to you.
Fantastic. All right. But the rest of and it eventually, like Ho-Oh at the end of the first episode of Pokemon, trails off into the distance, and and it vanishes out of sight. And eventually the clouds kind of close back down and the moon fades away and the moonbow goes away. But the end of your first watch goes well. You return to your space, and then Jordan, you take up position at the helm.
Yeah. Did you steer us back correctly the way we were supposed to?
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Okay, good.
Put it back on course.
You see, Jury has like
But he thinks is on course.
Jury has like their
He's
notebooks
smart
with
enough.
them.
He can.
Like they're gonna write some stuff as they're watching. Hey, you talked to Mar yet?
Marlo has been all but invisible this entire trip.
Excuse me, you have
I
the
promise
message
you-
though.
I will find Marlo
Okay. Well, you have tomorrow.
as soon as I find the right words.
Don't make me corner you two together. I'll do it.
I know you will. So, have we teleported anywhere lately?
What are you talking about? I just learned the spell. I only know a few circles.
No. Okay. I'm just curious.
I'm on the ship. Where would I need to teleport?
No, it's just a very useful spell to have.
It's useful, but we
I'm
don't
going to
exactly.
get some sleep, so good night.
All right.
I'll just get the jab back.
So Abel makes his way down below deck and curls up in his hammock and goes to sleep. Jordan, make a perception check
The
for me,
Nazi's
please.
like diligently on watch. He has strict instructions. Any weird movement, wake me up immediately.
I got 12.
12. Okay. So Jordan, as the kind of the mist going over, you get kind of coated in that wetness of just not rain, but just like a steady damp misting of the clouds. But about halfway through your watch, you finally come through a break in the clouds, and you can kind of see below you that the clouds might be building up into a storm further back, and so you've got like those billowing cumulus clouds rising up on either side of the ship, and the moon's light hitting them with this silvery glow on the edges, and the peaking starlight coming through. And then there's just a moment where you feel something. It might be the shining lights from the moon. It might be the twinkling stars. It might be just the damp chill of the wind kind of pouring across you, but there's something drawing you. What does Jury do?
Jury's gonna like tie off the thing so it can't move. So we're just like going one way.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna see if it's like, I think I'm gonna go either to like the front or the back of the ship.
You feel like kind of maybe the front end of the ship, like charging into this energy.
I'll like walk up to the front of it, and I'm like on the edge, as far as I can be, like standing on top of something on the
Okay.
edge of it.
Yeah, you get up to the very top, and you're kind of like leaning out, and there's just a railing kind of guarding you from the vast expanse of roiling cloud beneath you. The dappled moonlight kind of trailing across it, and clouds kind of rising up to fill this space. It's almost as if like it's this just panoramic, endless view of potential.
Yeah. And he's getting like that weird feeling he's been getting.
Yeah.
And he's gonna like climb up onto the railing, and he's like leaned forward so it's like against the wind as much as you can before you're gonna like fall off.
Yeah, and you kind of climb over the rail, and it's weird because like you haven't shifted your position very much, but like the push of the wind grows stronger, almost like if it's rising up to meet you.
It's this thing where it's like, I know I shouldn't be doing this. I should be on watch, and I shouldn't be standing here. And it's like being in college again.
Yep.
And Jury like turns their back and senses that they should like drop off and fall off. That they have to like give in to whatever this feeling is.
And do you?
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of turn, now facing the ship spread out before you. The light fire underneath Kaimana's pot lighting up there. You can see his small frame curled up in his hammock, the wheel tied off. And you just tumble backwards. You quickly fall past the ship, the moonlight directly above you, and you fall into a cloud. And without thinking, you cast fly. And now you're soaring through this space and the cloud swirling around you. And suddenly you see like a burst of purple energy, green energy, red energy, starlights flashing all around you in multiple spaces and colors. And then they explode in a vibrant swirl of petals of lily flowers. And you feel something about that energy, that magic twinkling like fireworks burning through you, down your hair, across your body. You shoot up out of the clouds and you just see a firework beneath you in the clouds of this bright energy lighting up the cloud beneath you. You set back down on the deck. Look at yourself, glistening in the moonlight. Your hair dappled with flowers. And you can just feel...
Do you already have hair?
Yeah, they grew back out in this moment, actually. Yeah. Very legitimately grew back out, actually.
And you can't see it, but you can feel the white, blue flash of fire burning at your eyes. A cloud moves in front of the moon. It slowly fades.
Dree, like, looks down at their arms, and when they're looking like where their freckles should be, they're almost like iridescent, like a color shift.
Yep.
And they freeze and then disguise self back to how they should be.
All right.
And they just go to the wheel and they're like, what the fuck just happened? This just happened. He looks at Kaimana to see if he's awake.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty.
am I awoken by any of the spell casting?
Let me stealth. I'll get stealth and see.
There's no sound accompanied with any of it, and most of it happened below the ship. So I imagine that it wouldn't draw your attention. Yep.
He's just like, and just keeps doing his watch.
All right. The end of your watch comes, Jury. You shake Kaimana awake for his watch.
Yep. Hey. I like look at him a little bit. Are you feeling okay?
Hadn't had my coffee.
What do you I tried a new makeup thing. Do I look all right?
Oh.
Jerry looks the same.
Okay, hang on. Let me roll a die real quick.
See if Kaimana remembers what Jerry
No, just like whether he's got... Okay, no. Oh, yeah. He's like, yeah, it looks nice.
Jerry like gives you a weird look and is like, All right, I'm going to bed now. Good night. Like scoops up these papers they had and like scuttles away.
All right, I'm going to like take my bearings because I've been asleep for 2 successive watches, so God knows how far we've actually strayed from our path by this point.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check for me.
All right. 27.
Using the moon and the star positions as you were taught to navigate when you were learning as a small child, you realize maybe a few degrees off of where you should be, but nothing you can't correct.
Okay. And then I'll, in between that and spinning around and doing my brewing.
Yep. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Uh-oh. $20.
20. The storm clouds and the general clouds seem to be kind of leaving you behind as you're moving further. And you have a clear view of the wide expanse of the world in front of you, the glistening water of the oceans far below under the moonlight. But your watch goes by without concern or event.
All right, sounds good.
All right. And then as you're traveling, you see the sun begin to rise on your left-hand side and kind of peeking over first the far distant false horizon of the Vale, but then finally rising in full force into the air as you all begin the final day of your travel.
Yeah.
So everyone comes to well rested, any expended spell slots restored.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need one of you to one of you to roll a d20 for me, please.
Do you want to do it, Rob?
You do it.
Okay, I'll do it.
You just magic
I roll?
something.
I just want.
let's see what-
I rolled a nat 1.
Nice. Cool.
Sick.
Nice.
That's not going to bite us in the ass at all.
No, it's fine.
Rob, I asked you to do it.
Because literally the only two things you hadn't hit were the nat 1 and the nat 20.
God damn it.
Hey, Ace, I'm just curious. What die did you roll?
It was the ones you gave.
Oh no!
Oh, what a twist.
Interesting. Interesting. So it's my fault, is what we're saying.
It's the trans.
It's not your fault. It's not Rob's fault for saying you should roll it. It's my fault.
Yes.
The transdex betrayal.
No, that tracks.
I think there's
Lord.
enough fault to go quite far around here.
Yeah.
So.
I was really hoping for the nat 20.
I was really hoping for the nat 20, Josh. You know
All right.
what?
So, Kaimana, you maintain your role as captain. Everyone else rises up on their third day, knowing that by the evening you'll be cresting into Nuevean territory. Anything that you would like to accomplish on this day?
Able
finish.
to actively look for Marlowe to make an attempt at an apology.
Should I roll, Josh?
Yeah, fresh one. Are you staying in the same spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll on that one too.
Oh, no. I did not roll that one.
I'm laughing at staying in the same spot.
Where was this spot?
We don't know. This is just funny to me.
Okay. Should I roll like a perception or investigation?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
You sure you don't want to make an investigation?
I mean, you can spend your day actively looking for Marlowe and do an investigation.
Fuck. I said I would roll these dice, so I'm not gonna count that one. I keep forgetting. This is a 16. The +2. What? A 17.
So you're really close. Yeah. 32.
Really close.
You look everywhere, Abel, and like you look everywhere twice, and this isn't a big ship. No sign of Marlowe.
I'm gonna start asking everyone. Saurus, have you seen Marlowe anywhere?
No.
Okay. Jury.
Huh? What?
I've been looking for Marlowe to take your advice.
Oh,
Have you
great.
seen him anywhere?
Just been here whole time. Sitting here, writing this thing I'm writing.
Insight check.
Can I deception disadvantage?
Yes. Because you made that disadvantage on yourself.
It's deserved.
Keep rolling the wrong one. Okay. Oh, God, what is this movie?
Oh.
13 plus a 19.
I only got 17.
Yeah, very clearly, Jury is hiding something from you.
Yep.
You know more than you are saying.
About Mar? No, I can send to Mar right now. You want me to do sending? I'll do sending. No, actually, I won't. I can't. I'm sorry. Can't do that.
Why can't you do a sending to Marlowe?
I mean, don't you think she would find us if she wanted to talk?
You don't think it's odd we have no one's seen her in 2 days, 3 days?
Nope. Sounds like Mar.
Wait, no one has seen Marlowe in 2 days?
Hi, Kaimana. You talk to Abel.
And I seem to be the only one who is concerned.
I'm concerned. I just don't know how to find her. Nope. Can't find her.
Well, we can fix this right now.
What do you have in mind?
I am going to cast Locate Person.
Okay. Let me look at the exact wording of Locate Person and to see if this is actually helpful casting. But you cast it. Okay.
I personally am taking bets that Marlowe is under the ship. Just
Fire monkey.
Yeah.
I sent the direction to the location.
Yeah, as long as it's within 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're up on the bow. So you get the sense that that Marlowe is like down to the like a little to the right of the bow. Like you feel like maybe in the hold somewhere.
Okay. I'm gonna have Jury watch the ship for just a brief moment.
Oh yeah, I'll watch the shit. No worries. I'll watch it. I'm super helpful. Just be sketchy as hell the whole time.
Abel, come on.
All right.
Let's go.
So you walk down into the hold area, and like coming down from the stairs, which are kind of beneath the space, you kind of look out, and it feels like not definitely straight ahead, but to the right, maybe like, because it's hard to tell exact distance, but within 1,000 feet of you, to the right, further ahead in the hold. Make an investigation check.
I mean, yeah, so it lasts for an hour, so I'm just gonna hot cold this until I find her.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check. Abel with advantage because Kaimana is telling you hot and cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna assist Abel.
Thank you, Kamana. That is going to be a 27.
You used D&D Beyond again?
Yeah, you turned against Marlowe on your own roll.
I'm
Now I see how it is.
Okay, not that one. Because that wasn't that one.
Good thing it's with advantage.
Still a 27.
Oh, cool. Nice. So you walk down the hold with Kaimana, and then Kaimana, you feel like you're kind of like passing, and then it gets behind you a little bit, and you're like, oh no, it's back this way. And so you kind of turn Abel around, and then Abel, you realize like from where you all hung the cots, there's like a couple cots hanging against this side of the hold. And you get the sense that like the direction is coming from there, but you are looking at a wall.
I'm going to poke it with my stick.
It just thumps against a wall.
I'm going to tap it a couple times.
The wall the wall opens as Marlowe had discovered a secret hold within the ship and was hiding within there. You do see first bounding out a weirdly red tinged little thistle. Who had gotten into what seems to have been maybe some saffron. And he kind of bounds out a little bit, but then Marlowe does appear.
I quickly whisper something to Thistle that you guys do not recognize.
Okay. Make a stealth check for Thistle for me, please.
Okay. What would be my squirrels?
Oh Lord, my
stealth?
squirrels plus to stealth. Let's see what the squirrels stat block says.
Is it in beast speech?
Holy shit! No! He got a nat 20.
He got a nat 20?
He got a nat 20.
And he gets a +4 to stealth.
My son. Oh,
All right.
Is my son?
So you were all distracted by Marlowe's appearance, but little Thistle just disappear.
Oh. Marlowe, when did you find this secret hidden door?
The other day on the ship.
Oh, that speaks to your investigation ability. It's very impressive.
Thanks.
It's a hole!
Yeah, it's a hole. Yeah.
Marlowe smells very much like cinnamon.
So do you guys need me for something, or?
I just want to make sure you're okay. I hadn't seen you for a bit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. I've been, just working some things out with Thistle.
Kamala, do you mind if I have a moment alone with Marlowe?
He's already heading back.
And I did follow, so.
It might be a good thing the source is here. I just wanted to say before we land, a jury was kind enough to point out that I may have said some things in my fear that upset you. I just wanted you all to know.
Like what?
Well, it's no secret the way that I feel about the Rakshasa. And I just want you to know, both of you, that my concerns about the Rakshasa don't extend to the two of you. I don't see you all in that way. I hope that is some comfort. But I understand if it is not.
It's fine, Abel. You didn't trust me when we first met, and I see it hasn't changed.
Marlowe, that is the furthest thing from the truth. When I saw you come to my rescue in that cave, both of you, I was expecting it, but I was so excited and relieved because I knew that with you two there, I was going to be fine. I trust you with my life.
Should you? I've not jury down before. I've hit others. What makes me different from them? How do you know the next time I turn it won't be you?
I've made the same mistakes, and I don't grow fur when I get angry. I do trust you, and you've proven time and time again that you are trustworthy.
That's your mistake to make. And I head up to the ship. Be back.
Abel,
Yes, Solis.
for an intelligent man, you are incredibly stupid. I want to point something out to you. You are wrong about the Rakshasa. You are wrong with that statement that you made. And here's why. Marlowe is a lycanthrope. And she fights against that nature every single moment of her life. Even when she gives into it, which she does only to protect her family and others, she still fights against it every moment of her life. She chooses to be good. I am part made of shadow. Part of me is inherently evil. And I fight against that every moment of my life. Marlowe and I have chosen to be good. We have chosen to do things the right way. Vicus had that same opportunity for choice. He was raised by, from what I understand, a loving family and given everything that he needed to be a happy, good person, regardless of what he is made of inside. And if he is not that, that is because he chose that. And I turn and walk off.
Oh. Mar comes up on the deck and I'm like, Mar, so good to see you. Look, I'm flying the ship now for some reason.
Inside check.
Go ahead, we have a clown. It's gonna roll again. It's gonna be bad.
What was? You have to message me the object, Abel.
Hold on, let me look. I'm looking in my
Okay.
inventory.
Oh wait, no, I have disadvantage. Oops, because I'm purposely being sketchy. I'm like that scene in Encanto where she's like, "Magic's fine, Luis is fine." I got 15.
24.
Jury's acting fucking weird.
Yeah. Wow. I really took a 24 to figure that one out. I'll just kind of raise an eyebrow at you.
Captain.
Do you need to share anything with the class?
Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. How about you?
2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Is it important in the grand scheme of things?
For me, yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it dangerous to you or any of us?
Maybe.
What I was hoping it would be a no to both of those, and I would be like, okay, I respect it, and I will come to you at a different time. But you were raising a lot of red flags.
So many flags.
Okay, so
truly.
at this point, Kaimana has gotten back up.
Yep. Hi, Kaimana. How are you?
Prior to this whole conversation, was Fury looks happy flying the ship.
I'm having a great time flying the ship.
Starts to hear like part of this conversation. Marla, he's gonna like get up to you and like whisper.
I kneel down. Yes.
Yes, respectfully.
I want you to say something about his new makeup.
Sherry.
Mm-hmm.
Have I told you
Lately.
that your makeup looks good today?
Same as always. Nothing's changed.
Jordan, make a concentration check for me.
I
please.
lean down to Kaimana. That was not it.
Do I need that with disadvantage or just regular?
With disadvantage, because you are very focused on something else.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How's the ship doing, Josh?
You are lilting to the right.
It's just like, this is how you fly ship? Like this?
I don't want to take this from jury, so I'm just gonna kind of like firmly like out of their vision, like lift up on the wheel to correct it a little bit.
As soon as you're lifting up, I'm like, you want to fly? You can fly.
Are you using the hat of disguise, Jury?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Just as you know that disguise self lasts for 1 hour.
Yep. I plan to leave in an hour.
Okay.
to hide in a corner in an hour.
Okay.
We're good. Oh, here, you want this? I step aside, let you take the wheel. It's all good.
Jory, can I just say something really quick? It has nothing to do with whatever the heck you've got going on.
Oh, please.
So you don't need to
Please.
be weird about it for once.
Super weird.
Yeah. Don't tell people to talk to me.
He needed to talk to you.
No, he didn't.
Why? He said something he should apologize for.
If I wanted an apology, I would have talked to Abel.
He needed to know that what he said was wrong. Or even if it was right for him, that it hurt other people to say it like that.
Then it's fine if you tell him, but don't force him to go say something to me he doesn't mean.
I think he does mean he's sorry.
By this point, I'd be on deck and I'd say,
Yeah.
if I did not mean it, I would not say it. I think one thing that you all should know about me by now is I am very honest with my words. And if you are not ready to hear them, I apologize for that. But I'd never say something I do not mean.
Mar, I'm sorry.
Think you think you're being honest.
It's obvious that we have different viewpoints when it comes to this matter.
I think so.
I'm sorry I overstepped my bounds. It was just after everything that happened in Bogtown, I almost lost 2 of you. I can't deal with that.
I understand.
I'm sorry too. And I nod at you.
It's fine. Where's Thistle? Where's my baby?
I was gonna say.
So while Abel kind of it's turning away from you, Thistle, you feel him climbing up your pant leg. And he kind of goes up into the pocket, and then you just feel him tapping against your side.
Cool. I turn away really quick. What's he got for me?
A platinum coin.
Oh, hell yeah! Here you go, boy. I'm not giving that shit back. My baby heard that. I don't care who you stole that platinum from. I just kind of
teaching them rogues.
I leave the coin in my pocket, but I pick him up and I go in Abyssal, which I have taught him.
Abyssal?
Yeah.
Thistle
Me and my son
and
are learning
Abyssal?
Abyssal. He only knows a little bit. He is a squirrel. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yes.
But I just pick him up and I go, "You excellent creature. You are becoming a fine phantom thief." Back in my pocket.
Phantom thief. What is it? You're the best, Joker.
Looking cool.
Looking cool, Joker.
This character is Morgana.
Looking cool, Marlo.
Cool, Marlo.
Except he says it in Abyssal, so it's like
I think speaking in bee speech, but I don't
Yes.
care. I'm retconning this that we are speaking in Abyssal.
Yes.
Yes. I feel like as we're all awkwardly standing around and having kind of a weird, awkward moment, I'm like, hey, good news. Abel helped me learn a teleportation circle. So we can use that for stuff. It's very useful.
Very fast travel, yeah.
I can
Where,
kind of do that, but I
to-
need a tree.
You need a tree.
Oh, that's good to know. If we're around trees, and that could be very helpful.
Does the tree have to be planted in the ground, or could we put a tree on board the ship?
No, we could put a tree on the ship, but then there'd have to be another tree where we could see the tree from this tree. There'd just be forest is more what I meant to say. I
see,
really need a
that's-
forest.
Okay, that's more
Okay.
than one
But
tree.
if we ever get a fleet, we could put a tree on each of the ship, and you could blip from ship to ship, as long as you could see them.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's good to know.
It's not bad.
Jerry, where are you? What places are you thinking of getting us to teleport to?
Well, I know a few places. I know the high tower circle.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, I don't know if we decided the other one.
You said Lenaria's. That's fine. You've
So
seen
I
it.
remember the circle that Lenaria had in Anarvir, and I remember the high tower one.
Mm.
So those are the two places I can take us with
Yeah,
that.
that sounds useful. Yeah. Good work.
Thanks.
And I say that to both you and Abel.
I pat Abel. He's my favorite nerd.
So weird, Jerry.
Jerry's just acting
This energy is so weird.
Jerry's acting so strange.
Because
You
I can
feel
tell you're
the
acting
flickering
strange and
of
I
the
think you
spell.
need a distraction. I'm going to put Thistle in your face and start listing out all of his incredible qualities.
Can you do the backflip yet?
So I got to roll for the backflip.
I think I've been rolling. We'll see.
I think he can't do
Okay,
that.
Thistle.
So you set Thistle down, and he's like, "Okay, I've got this. I've been working hard. Okay." And he leaps backwards, and he like perfect, and then lands. What the fuck?
I pick him up and like fucking Anthony Lawson in Airness just and then cradle him like my son, and I'm like, I'm so proud.
He's just chittering and happy. He
Wow,
finally
that's
landed. He
amazing.
finally
No.
landed a backflip.
Beast.
I just look at Anansi on my shoulder. I don't say anything though. I just look at him.
Anansi like turns, like looks like, do you want me to backflip? Like, what is
I don't say anything. I just kind of. It's pretty cool.
All right.
This is amazing.
So everyone's on deck.
All right,
Saurus,
it starts. Oh yeah, go ahead. Saurus.
you're kind of watching the odd interactions of your fellow friends and family, as odd or as disjointed as it may be at this moment. But the shadow that suddenly appears on the deck of the ship
Oh no.
pulls your attention. And you kind of turn to look towards the sun. There's a bird.
Whew.
Getting closer.
Let me guess. It's a very big bird based
Well,
on the shadow.
yes.
Okay.
And the shadow is growing. And growing. And growing. As
Telescope and see what it is.
you don't need to.
Oh.
As large as the creature is coming out of the sun.
Actually, the shadows don't grow like that. They're actually real life size. Like if a plane shadow goes over you, it's actually the
That's
size
true,
of the
yeah.
plane due to the sun being so far away.
Yes.
So we should actually be able to tell from the shadow from the get-go
How big it is, yeah.
how effing big this thing is.
And you have maybe only heard of this creature in legend, Abel. A rock.
Oh, is that the nat one roll? Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Good work.
Knowing the
We had too much good luck in one streak. It was about
Hey,
time.
there's nothing better to band us all together than this.
True. You know what? Actually, very legit.
all right. So knowing how big that it probably is, and flying in this direction, you can't tell if it's flying towards the ship or not, but it is definitely flying in your direction. You guys have maybe 3 rounds of action to try to either disguise yourself, turn, move, do something as the rock is approaching.
Is it coming from above, behind, or in front?
It's kind of angled up. It was coming out of the shadow of it's coming out of the sunlight. It's like diving down, using the sun as kind of background cover. And it is diving down from that angle.
Did we ever successfully add the cloud cover ability to the ship?
I don't believe so.
Airship mechanics. Let me see what we add.
No, but we did add the stern chasers.
You do have the stern chasers. Maybe you guys have access, I think, to the fog cloud spell.
Okay, let me look at the mechanics. Did you add the weapons to the mechanics?
I did.
Okay, yes, they're guns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Captain, would you rather fight or would you rather flee?
I say we run.
Okay. I'll head down to the engine and see if there's anything I can do to get more out of the engine.
Okay, go ahead and make an Arcana check for me, please.
Yes. With my new dice.
Yes. While Abel's heading down to the engine, what is the rest of the crew doing?
I'm gonna
19 plus.
like dive the ship just so we've got gravity working with us
Okay.
to give us a little more speed.
Do you warn everybody before you do that?
Yeah, I say hold on.
Okay, cool. So everybody on deck can use your reaction to kind of hold if that's what you want to do. Abel, make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Yeah. I rolled a 29 for that Arcana check.
Okay.
A dex save.
As you're quickly kind of like working with the engine and trying to rewire and switch the power couplings, suddenly
Abel slams against the rope.
you're holding on to something and you just suddenly feel like your feet leave the floor, but you manage to maintain your hold and kind of position yourself, and you're like trying to work now against the increased G-force gravity as the ship is diving down. What is the movement speed of the ship?
The ship can move. So I had to go back to D&D Beyond. Carrying capacity. Where is the speed?
Should be
Engines. Skip can travel up to 150 feet per round.
Okay, so diving at full speed, you do begin to kind of pull away from the rock. You can tell that it's not kind of soaring at full speed, but it's traveling at its normal pace, and you see it kind of diminishing a little bit as you're diving. Juridan, Marlowe, Saurus.
Are we saying what we got on our
Yeah, no. I feel like, did anybody
Whatever we want to do.
go below a 10 on their deck save?
No.
Okay, so you're good.
Can I move to as far as I can on the ship to the direction that it's coming from?
Okay.
And I'm gonna hold an action to use a blood curse on it if it becomes within 30 feet.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you kind of move back to the top of the ship behind Kaimana, and you're hanging onto the railing there, and you've got your eye peeled on it just in the case that it gets
and
closer.
it will be an amplified blood curse. Just
Sweet, cool.
So you know. But I don't have to do that now. I have to do that when it happens.
Sure,
so.
good. Yep, Saurus Dre.
I rolled a 9. So.
A 9. So Juridan, as the ship peels down, you lose your footing and you go rolling backwards off of the deck and slam into the kind of the raised portion where the wheel sits up. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, you didn't just roll down the steps into the hold, but you do take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you kind of hit your head against it and kind of leaning forward, but you're leaning against the deck here. What would you?
That is called a capstan, by the way. CAPSTAN.
Yep.
Come on, a little more warning, please.
All right. What would Jury like to do on this first round?
I'll kind of row in the back of my head, turn to the others, and I'm like, do you guys want me to fly out and try to distract it, pull it away? I can get back with dimension door, so I could lead it off pretty far.
I think we'll be okay. Just be ready in case it comes after us.
Yeah, that sounds really dangerous.
Also, my magic might be broken. I might have broken it, honestly.
I moved to one of the rear cannons and stand by to fire.
Okay, you go back to the yep.
And it's that timing of going. I may be broken. Okay.
Yep.
Something weird, and I think it's broken.
I will just pat Jerry's head and go, "You have such terrible timing."
I didn't expect there to be a rock. I thought we could build up to this. And...
All right. Good. So on the second round, anybody watching sees like the kind of the wide sloping wings tuck
Fuck.
as it goes into a dive. All right. So it's getting closer. The ship can't outrun it at this speed.
I'm setting the ship down.
Okay, so we're traveling probably 700 or 800 feet up at this point. So you're heading down towards the ocean.
Yeah.
You're at full speed for the ship. You're a couple rounds away, but you are heading straight down as fast as you can towards the water. Okay. Abel, Abel got you a little more speed, so thankfully that'll keep it there. Abel, make another Arcana check for me as you're working on the ship again, unless you want to give up boosting speed and try something else.
Well, the captain said that we're gonna try to flee, so I'll focus on that for now.
Okay, cool.
Unless I get a message that anything else has changed.
All right, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Natural 20 for a 30.
Oh my God.
All of you suddenly feel like a boost as the ship picks up speed and is flying, not able to keep pace with the 240 that the rock is flying, but you're flying about 200 feet. Yeah, at a full dash, rocks can fly 240 in a round, but you are careening towards the surface of the water, which might not be a great impact at this speeds. But Soris, you're just training.
Fire one of the cannons.
Okay, go ahead and Ronnie, what's the to hit bonus for the cannons?
To hit, +6.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20 and add 6.
21.
21, and I think it's 3d10 if I'm not mistaken.
You put 8d10.
8d10, sorry, 8d10. So go ahead and roll 8d10 for me, Rob.
Okay, let me pull
For
out
firing cannons, I kind of want to fire a cannon.
Yeah.
There's 2 cannons, so
There's 2 cannons. You can give up on the blood maledict this one and go fire a cannon.
I will.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d.
This is less Mar and just more Jace wanting to
Yeah,
fire.
go ahead and roll a d20 and add 6 to it, Jace.
Okay.
It's a good girl.
Okay, I got a 19.
Yeah,
Roll 8d10 for me, please.
my baby girl.
Interesting. Do I even have one person? I do have one. Okay. Interesting. I have 2.
52.
52 points damage. Make an intimidation check for me, Soris.
Ooh.
That is not one of my good skills.
Yeah, let's say we're using the ship's intimidation, which with 2 cannons installed, it's a fairly defensible position. We'll say you can add 2 to the roll.
18 then.
18. Okay, let's see what the rock. Okay. To see if you all are still a worthy.
Did Marlowe's shot hit?
It hit. We're just waiting on the damage.
That was a fun one.
58. Okay, so 110 points of damage in one round. Marlowe, because even though like you clipped the rock in the shoulder, it kind of wheeled down, but then it kept in its dive. Marlowe, make an intimidation check with advantage, adding 2 to the roll.
Okay.
Come on, Marlowe.
No whammies, no whammies.
I do have a +2 intimidation. I forgot. That's the only
+2's
thing.
for the ship, though. So
But
yeah,
but what about me?
you
No,
also
it's just
you also
one
have
way.
+2. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I actually have a +4, so
Oh, okay.
consider that,
Yeah.
if you will. What the fuck do you say? +2?
Yes.
19?
19.
Sweet.
Okay. As the second shot peels off the other shoulder, you see the rock like flap out its wings and slow its movement as the ship is now diving very close now, probably in the next round hitting water. The rock seems to be pulling back.
Yeah, I'll level it out to where I can't see the horizon.
Okay, so you level off. Everyone make another dexterity check as the ship now is going level.
Come on!
And like skimming off of the water, just like spray of water shooting up from the ocean surface as the ship is like skipping basically across and then
got an
pulling up.
8.
8. Jordan,
That's really good.
Jordan, as the ship corrects its momentum, you then roll forward the opposite direction and you hit the railing again, and you take another 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Hey, I'm not getting beat up by the stupid rock right now.
No.
All right. What was everyone? Did everyone else beat a 10?
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, I got a 19.
Not everyone else.
Okay, good. So Jordan
And I
comes
rolled
to
an 8 for what it's worth.
to a roll. Jordan, for a moment, you as your head hits, you look down at your arm, and it's shimmering. Your freckles.
Ooh.
Shit.
Everyone else is really focused on the rock right now, so they might not notice. All right, but it's peeled back. It doesn't necessarily fly away, but it's definitely like, is this worth my time or not?
Reload.
Reload. Okay, so it takes.
yeah, reload, baby.
How,
Okay,
how
it-
far away
This
is
is
it?
what I invested in this for.
Well, if Kaimana has the ship going at full speed, it's now probably getting to the point where it's going to be at the end of this round about 100 and it's about 300 feet away, because it has stalled its momentum. But anything else in this final round that you want to do to assure that it's not going to continue to follow you? Reload takes a round, so you're both reloading.
I'll actually help Mar so that we can get one cannon reloaded this round.
Sure. So Saurus uses his action to reload the cannon. Marlo, you can use your action to fire.
Yes.
Abel, check the range for me on the cannons. What's the?
The range of the cannon is.
I think it's 300 and 500, but I can't.
200.
Million feet.
Okay, so this is now past the basic range. So roll with disadvantage on me for me on the shot. Yeah.
Okay. And this is a +6.
No, I'm sorry. That was the harpoon. The harpoon. The guns. The guns is 600 to 2400.
Yep. Then you're in range. So go ahead and roll straight roll. Yep. Mhm.
Okay, and we said that it's a +6 to this. Yeah?
+6. Yes.
What the fuck do you- Jesus Christ! It's like I still have eyeliner in my eyes.
Yeah.
Crazy
17.
talk.
17. Yep, that hits. Go and roll another 8d10.
Okay. BRB. Everyone do what they need to do
All right.
for a second.
Anybody else doing anything to scare away the rock?
Yes, I'm going to take my deck of illusions and throw a card out of it.
Okay.
We haven't used this in a while.
Let me pull up the thing.
Let me pick.
I think it's a
card.
D. Is it a D20 or is it?
No, you pick a card.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Pick a card.
Yeah.
Ace
so
of
I'm
Hearts.
just gonna put like card draw, random card draw online really quick.
Is it completely randomized or you get to choose?
You randomly pick a card and it's that card.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hold on. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Go ahead and just do a random card draw.
I drew a card and I put it down expecting something cool and it just looks like a goblin.
Nice.
So you
I
drew
was
the
hoping-
2 of spades. So
Yep.
you all watch, and it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Like jury. All right, I summon my monster card and throws out the card, and you just watch as the card transforms in the air, and all of a sudden you see, "Wah!" and it just falls off the side of the ship and splashes into the water below.
Oh my gosh.
It was really hoping it'd be something big.
This is Jury's day.
This is the word. This is
Dude, this is
awful.
every day for jury.
This is-
Like,
Jury's no good, very bad day.
It is.
I got this is disappointing to say, a 49. One away.
Okay.
So
The second hit, I mean, that you guys have taken a rock that was a fully healthy, mature male rock ready to come feast on something, and is now at half. It's over half health. Like you've taken away over half of its health in 3 shots. It like kind of peels back, and then you see it like careen off to the left and begin to fade off into distance, and then suddenly you see it just dive down, and you see a splash in the water, and then you see it lifting up, and it has within its grasps a small whale, and it begins to fly away with a much easier meal.
A baby whale.
That's
All
when
right,
that
I'll dial
one
the
gets
speed.
you.
I'll dial the speed back.
Okay,
and,
you pull back up.
Come on,
And
slowly.
climb
Slowly.
back to altitude. at
you
a
climb back up to
slow
altitude.
rate.
Yeah.
Feeling the speed reduce, I'll message up. Is everything okay? Is it still in pursuit?
These cannon are awesome.
Source and I like high five in the air. Like,
Yeah.
Immediately
yeah.
reload the cannon.
The cannons are just like they're large versions of Abel's arcane cannon. So when it fires, it has that same like spiraling energy that then blasts into an arcane blast towards the target.
that's so cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, good investment.
Yeah, we didn't even
my
need
God.
magic that.
Imagine if the rock had come before you got the cannons.
Oh, that
we'd be
would've
so
been-
hosed.
I like to not imagine that actually.
No.
Oh, and I have that mini somewhere, and it didn't get used.
What?
Aww.
Was
Fine,
always-
fine.
So sad.
Always next time. All right. Okay. So you rewrite the ship and begin heading. You correct your heading back towards Nuevea, with the knowledge that you guys will probably arrive there in the evening hours today. Anything else that you'd like to accomplish in the last 4 hours or so of your journey?
Well, everyone, goodbye. I avoided you all.
Oh wait, no, I can track down jury. Hold on a second.
What? Don't talk to me.
I would have forgotten about you if you had not said something, so that was your mistake.
We didn't even need magic that fight. Isn't that crazy?
I
was just
dragged
gonna
Jury
go move for
into
gap.
the wall.
Damn it. No, what is this? What is this weird hole in
I
the wall?
put jury in the spice hold. I shut the door.
It-
Why does
and
it smell so good?
Oh, it's like
It's-
saffron and
it's-
cinnamon and
Oh,
turmeric.
this is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really sets the vibe for
Wow.
the conversation at hand.
Ah,
Um,
spicy?
I
Okay,
will
I'm
throw
sorry.
you off.
Too late. I already did that. Oh shit.
I what? No, you just said you threw yourself off of the ship.
It felt like the right thing to do. That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, but go on.
Ever since my mom like unlocked that weird thing in me, and then I talked to Robin Goodfellow, and I got really, really mad about it, and I kept having these weird feelings, and now I think something really weird happened last night.
Okay.
All right, don't freak out. And I like drop disguise.
Immediately, hair flows down Jury's head, and you just see small like flowers appear within some
And it's
of
like
the
way
hair.
curlier too.
Like across Jury's like armor plate, like you see vines begin to kind of spread a little bit, and then the glistening of the freckles on the cheeks and on the arms, like
And their
iridescent.
eyes kind of like gold shift
Mhm.
when they turn.
Yeah.
Nice.
No! No! I didn't mean for this to happen.
Oh.
It was like a weird feeling, and then I like leaned into the weird feeling, and now my magic feels crazy.
Well,
Mhm.
I'm probably the worst person to talk to about this because I'm not magical. And I'm also not great at conversations about leaning into your nature. But does it feel wrong or does it feel new?
It feels like scary. Like when I left college and I was like climbing out the window. But it feels like it's what I should be doing. Like it's what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know. It's strange.
Yeah, well, most of the things we do. Honestly, you fit better into the group now. I mean, this is really, I mean, it's all coming together. Once we find out that, Abel's secretly just disguising himself as a human, the whole party will finally make sense.
It would explain a few things.
It would.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and it just...
Abel's actually a Rakshasa.
Oh no!
Oh my god, that would be the craziest twist! Stop.
Could you imagine
I would not do that
the
to Abel.
crisis that he would have?
Maybe I'll just go up on the deck and see if anything's different. Like it feels different. I don't know. And it feels like, I don't know, it used to only be fire, but now it's something else too.
Okay.
Will you come with me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go up to the deck where I'll just kind of
I pull Thistle out of the cinnamon from where he has inevitably thrown himself.
Thistle.
I didn't know he was a red squirrel.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
He's just a baby.
I get up onto the deck of the ship and I'm like, hey guys, and I look totally different.
Yeah.
Wildly fey.
I like the new look, Julie. What about the change?
I had a moment of self-discovery.
Kaimana runs over for half a
I
second, and
remember
the
that
wheel
thing.
starts to spin, and he has to double back to it.
That's fine. This happened last night after I threw myself off the ship.
What?
Yep, I did that while I was steering. It probably wasn't a good idea, but that's why it had to happen. It had to be a bad. Yeah, it had to be a bad idea. That was the whole thing. It's it had to be something I wasn't supposed to do.
Oh, you were going with your strengths then.
Oh,
But that's what I'm saying. It's it almost feels like that's what it was. That's always how it's been. Not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
In the time we've known you, you never have been one for rules.
Yeah. I'm gonna try some stuff out here if y'all just want to make sure everything seems okay.
yeah. We'll
Okay.
stick around to support you.
I feel like Jury's standing there, and you guys have seen Jury use Fireball. And you know that Jury learned Fireball through studying. It wasn't a natural spell that came to him. Bards don't get that typically. And then you see Jury standing there thinking about that, and fire starts up, or he lights a match and then starts moving the fire around. That's something. He knows control flames.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then you also see while he's standing there, there's lights that start to go off around. Dancing lights kicks in, and weird spells just starting.
Can I do an Arcana check to see?
Yeah.
if this makes sense, why this is happening, or
Can I
have read anything about
do-
this?
because I have knowledge of Fae
Yes.
stuff, can I do like a different kind of like a nature check or something?
I think for you, because your knowledge is based on study of these creatures and entities, you can do a history check.
Okay, cool.
Are you going to cast a level 1 spell, Jury?
Yep. Jury, like, the fire, like, winks out, and then he casts...
Fuck yeah.
You see it, like, shift to a blue kind of energy, and he casts Ice Knife.
So you all watch as this flame that has just been kind of, like, dancing between Jury's hands. He kind of grabs the energy of the flame, and as he's turning his hand, you watch as like all of the heat energy vanishes from the flame, and it forms into this shard of ice that just then shoots out far over off into the ship and just kind of explodes in the air in shards of ice. I need you to roll a D100 for me, please.
Here we go.
The control fire could be very useful in combination with Kaimana's bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I got a 12.
Oh.
Roll a D10.
Oh.
No, that's always.
I got a 3.
That.
Oh man, this is Jury's no good, very bad day. So as soon as the energy leaves your hand, Jury, you're like, that's so cool. And then you turn and look over, and it's so strange because always looking down at him, it's odd to be looking in Kaimana's eyes as you are now the same height as he is.
Did someone get shrunk or someone get blown up?
No, Jury, all of you watched as Jury just went and shrank down to Kaimana's height.
Kaimana loses it. Like grabs Jury and just like
I dive and grab the wheel.
like swinging and dancing around with Jury.
Why are we screaming?
No, he's like very, very happy.
Oh, why did this happen? No, it's the other thing that was I told you I broke it. I shouldn't have done it.
Okay, we can probably figure out why this is happening.
They're harder to hit this way.
That's
There
a
could
very
be
good point.
advantages of this.
I don't want to be like this.
Do
Is
it
it
again.
permanent?
Do it again.
Imagine the stealth.
I don't know if it's permanent. What if I'm like this always? I can't wear big boots. I'm not going to fit in them. You can go all the way up. It's
I
bad.
don't think that's how shoe size work.
Oh, you can just borrow some of Kaimana's cloak. Oh.
Oh,
Right.
there's very few.
I don't think it's my aesthetic.
You could always try again.
Are Jury's clothes like now big on them? Is that what's happened?
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, the oversized look like it's.
Oh no, you're wearing glamour weave. It
Yeah,
shrinks down to fit you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it
dang.
shrunk down. My like scaled thigh-high boots. Is this a magic thing you guys know about? Does this happen?
What was your rolls, Marlo and Abel?
I rolled a 17 for a 27.
So Abel, you're picking up on the energy. A couple nights ago, you remember discovering Juridan out playing with their magic, with dimension doors and things, and just you felt the weave of magic coming off of Juridan was very was still arcane in nature, but was tinged with a little bit of wild magic. It's all wild now.
Seems like you've leaned into that wild magic that was locked away for all those years. So
That is what I did. That's 100% what I did. What else would jumping off the ship do? Of course that.
at least a wild idea. It makes sense.
I just wanted to know what was going on, so maybe I could like tell off my mom and Robin Good Person or whatever the fuck his name was.
What was your
I don't
history
know.
check, Mara?
I got advantage because this was on Fae,
Yes.
and I got a natural 20.
Natural 20. So in your studies of different entities and planar entities, you've heard stories about people being affected by the unique magical forces coming from some of the planes of existence. You know that, for instance, there are like clockwork soul sorcerers who are hit by the energies coming from planes of order within the outer realm, or divine soul sorcerers who are hit by celestial energies coming from the higher planes of good. What Jury seems to be embodying is somebody who has been flooded with the energies of the Feywild, and are embodying and are often termed as wild magic sorcerers.
Yeah. I think it's awesome. Jury hates it.
Yeah. No, this is totally a nice thing.
I'm so happy.
You know what like a sorcerer is?
Uh-huh.
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 Mm-hmm.
That's what I just did to myself?
Well, to be fair, Jury, I think you always were a sorcerer. It's just now you know about it. You can use it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. This is super weird. Sorry I was so weird about it and didn't want to say anything. I just thought I broke my magic forever and maybe I could just never use magic again.
No, that's okay. But this it is kind of exciting, right? To learn something new about yourself.
I think so.
And honestly, you've always had an air of unpredictability about you.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, you are actually going with your strengths. That was not sarcasm.
I just don't let me be irresponsible.
No promises.
No, I'm just leaning into this doesn't make me like my mom, okay?
I don't think any of us thinks that.
I'm not gonna leave all of you with some kind of mess and pretend like everything's fine.
You wouldn't do that.
Okay. You're right.
You might make the mess, but you would be there with us. And that's what's important.
Jury, I think we know that you hate authority, not responsibility. And there's a big difference.
Thank you.
That is
also,
really well said.
They can never, you know what they say, they can never predict your next move if you don't even know what your next move is.
That's what I've been saying all this time.
No, you should really tell.
Kaimana has been saying that. I actually directly am quoting Kaimana.
Kaimana, you should really tell people before you dive the ship, okay? Before you right the ship, give us a little warning. Totally fine.
I look straight into your eyes and pat you on the head.
I forgot I'm so small. Jerry's so small.
Amana has been waiting for this moment.
I cast Dispel Magic. Wait, do I have Dispel Magic still? Shit. I think I took Dispel Magic off because of Abel has it. I look at Abel.
I might have it.
Let's see if you can fix this. I don't even know if it'll work on this.
Let's not cast Dispel Magic on the magic ship, please.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Well, does anyone else have anything they want to say? I'm gonna go sit and think about this for a while.
You can try to burn the energy again, Jury, and see what happens.
Okay. I'm gonna see. So Jury's trying to see if he can think of any other spells, if anything else feels that way. And as he's kind of thinking about it, he's like, "Let me try something else." And he climbs up on something and jumps off of it, and feather falls.
Nice. You jump off of the top of the ship, and you kind of feather fall down. Roll a D100 for me.
All right. I got 47.
So as you're falling to the ground, you all watch as suddenly swirling around Jury is this energy of that like the energy takes form into flower petals that like whip around Jordan, and their eyes like flare that gold hue that kind of like traces back. It's not fire, but it like seems to be kind of falling out of Jury's eyes. And Jury, as you alight down, you find yourself not on the deck of the ship. A unicorn has appeared out of nowhere, and you are straddling the unicorn, and it kind of just like whinnies for a moment and begins to prance around with you on its back.
Finally, something's gone right.
Let me pull up the unicorn stat block.
I cannot think of anything more appropriate.
Absolutely.
This is amazing.
Does anyone speak
muted,
Celestial, Elvish, or Sylvan?
Oh, I speak Elvish.
Yeah.
I don't speak any.
Okay, so you hear like in your head, Jordan, you hear like, wow. It takes quite a powerful sorcerer to drag me from the celestial plane.
I just started. Thank you.
Well, let's celebrate then, shall we? And it, you all watch as this like shimmering field of energy begins to glisten as like the white silver fur of the unicorn catches all the sunlight, and this orb of shimmering iridescent light spreads around the whole ship. And everyone in the space, you feel buoyed by this, like almost like you could take another hit, or maybe the pains of the last few days are not quite as permanent or scarring as they might feel, as a wave of this energy kind of washes across you all, and you feel the lightness of such a pure and beautiful creature being within your space. You're also a little hurt, aren't you?
Magnificent.
And Jury, you feel as that wash of energy, and you just kind of like the bump on the back of your head goes down, the bruising fades. Yeah.
Is Jury still 3 feet tall?
Jury, you return to your original height.
Because the other thing happened, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you can help. Thanks. Should I like get off your back? Is this rude?
I don't normally enjoy being ridden.
Okay, I like get off as fast as possible.
As it kind of prances and kind of turns around, it like looks you in the eye and like touches its horn just gently to your forehead, and then looks to Marlo, and it bows down. Marlo,
What? Insight check on this unicorn, please.
as this energy leaves its horn and hits you,
No.
and you
I
feel
gotta check.
you
No.
feel the rage and pain fade as it calms the emotional turmoil you're feeling inside,
That's
allowing you a clearer head to look at the way you are and the way you feel in this moment.
Okay.
And it kind of lifts back up. Oh, this usually only lasts about, and it vanishes.
no. That is some impressive magic, Judy.
You know that myth about unicorns, like that's not true. You know the one. Never mind. Josh got it, thank you. Like it's just I'm sure that's like an exaggeration. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. I knew you would get it.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm not saying a damn thing.
I feel like that's
Cheers.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep,
No.
you
I got it. I got it.
I feel like that. I mean, it's just crazy.
You guys.
All right, maybe this isn't so bad.
Since we're in this mood,
That's going to happen every time you cast a spell.
I draw a card from the deck of certain things.
Oh! Okay.
got jealous that he wasn't the most chaotic one.
I have to find my list. Hold on. Where is my list of... Okay. Go ahead and roll a d10 for me, please.
7.
A 7. Okay. So we've already had a 7, so it goes to the next one down.
We can't bring Sigmund back.
Literally
I
have
love
to go to the bathroom
singing.
so bad.
Oh,
so
no.
I expect a full
Oh,
recap.
yes, that's fine. Yeah.
And the ship to not be on fire when I get back.
I'll make sure.
No promises.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've had that one and that one.
How many are left after this?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 3 left.
Okay. Including this one or after this one?
Hold on. Oh, I didn't write this one down. No, you have only 2 left after this one. All right. So, Saurus, you pull the card, and as you pull the metal card and it kind of takes form in front of you, you see a wall, and it begins to sprout with vines and flowers, but then the flowers take the shape of a human being, like leaning against the wall, like looking out at you. And you get the sense that for the next day, you can read every single person around you and tell if they're lying, what their emotional state is. You will automatically succeed on all insight checks for the next 24 hours.
Oh no, God.
You immediately sense the turmoil that Jury's been trying to hide. But yeah, but that is that card.
This could prove useful when we get to Nuevea.
Yep.
Oh, true.
Does anybody else want to draw
Hours
a card?
away.
Yeah, you got 2 cards left.
I don't think they're going to be that.
Hmm.
Anybody
I'm
wanna draw a
standing because I got a leg cramp, so just ignore me.
No.
card? Well, would you like to draw one?
Nope. I summoned a unicorn. I don't need to do anything else today.
I said
Abel will
Abel.
take you up on that offer.
Abel, you draw a card. Roll a d10 for me,
Yes.
please. And just tell me whether it's higher, like
Abel?
sub 5 or above 5.
Yep, it's been a weird day. Abel's gonna lean into the weirdness.
Jace, I automatically pass any insight check for the next 24 hours.
That's great. I'm happy for you.
I'm taking you with me to talk to my mom.
Oh, sorry, but you also fail all intimidation checks, but that's not really something that you do. So
Boy,
Oh,
good thing
geez.
you picked it now and not when we were fighting
Yeah.
the rock.
it's a high or low, Abel.
I rolled a 10.
Well, that's definitely one of the cards we haven't drawn yet. As Abel, you pull the card and you're looking at it take form, and it is a human man, and it's weird because it looks oddly like Abel's shape and form.
Oh man.
But you watch as the form like is regressing in age until it is a baby crawling around on all fours. And Abel goes to say something like, I don't know, what a weird card. But all of you hear, as Abel can only communicate in the cries of a baby for the next hour.
It's Babel.
Babel!
Appropriate.
What? Baby!
Put the deck back.
I know. Mark grabs the last card. Mark's never pulled a card.
Yes, Mark.
Mars never pulled a card.
This means everyone's pulled a card now.
Okay. Do you still have the old rapier, just like on your person, or a dagger on your person?
I have a dagger.
Okay, cool. So you pull the last card, and it kind of like takes form in your hand, and you see like it's like a night sky with fireworks bursting in the air, kind of reminiscent of the king's birthday celebration, the fireworks. And as you're doing that, you feel this weird energy in your holster at the side, and then suddenly your dagger shoots out of your pocket and shoots up into the air and explodes in a bright shower of fireworks that rain down across all of you in a glittering light.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't really use it.
It will reform in 1 hour back where it belonged.
Beautiful.
But
Wah, wah.
As soon as
I
but
got startled by the flashing lights and the loud sounds.
yeah, as soon as the last card is pulled,
Mar will go and I guess gently pick up the baby Abel.
oh, I don't think it makes him a baby. I think it just
he's
makes
a man.
no.
That's
His voice is just a baby
His
voice. Yeah,
is it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
I
I'll
thought you
kinda
said a baby
count him.
manifested as well.
on the card,
On
like
the card,
it. Yeah.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Um.
And I'll just kind of pat Abel.
But Kaimana, as your friends have been pulling from the deck, you've got the little box in your hands, and suddenly the box grows in size and changes form. It becomes like rhinestone coated, and there's a little lock on the box that appears, but then clicks off and falls away. When you open it,
Yeah, it's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah. I will talk, because I don't think the gloves of thievery are actually useful for you, so I'll talk to you about what item is actually within the box for you, because it should be something useful for Kaimana. There is a thank you note, and the thank you note says, on behalf of Lord Kafkin, we enjoy the pleasure of watching you play our games. Visit us in the Cloud City sometimes. We always love meeting those who enjoy some humor.
Oh, is that the Cloud City or the Clown?
The Cloud Cities.
The Cloud City, dude.
Cloud,
The evil
okay.
city.
Oh no, not all the Cloud Cities are evil.
Yeah.
No, what if though? Armand's just like that's his like free time.
Yeah.
That's how he gets us.
He walks over and he's like, yeah.
Yeah, as a, let's see, the only person, okay, Abel might and Marlo might. Make history checks for me.
Yep, I read about the Cloud Cities.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, no way.
With advantage, because you also read the book about the Cloud Cities.
Ooh.
14.
26.
Okay, so Abel, the name Kafkin immediately
Please, someone write this down because I don't have a pen.
Oh,
I
no.
got it.
Okay, let me see exactly which one he's on. All right, so the name Kafkin immediately like goes into your brain because you remembered that the smallest of the Cloud Cities is Strata, and it is the home. It is like the center home of the not the Cloud Giant Court. The Cloud Giant Court is on one of the other free cities, but it is the home of like the merchant class of Cloud Giants, and the leader of the merchant class of Cloud Giants is a Cloud Giant who has a very interesting reputation. His name is Kafkin. He dresses like a jester. His adherents all wear these incredibly interesting masks, which you've seen a couple Cloud Giants in your life who wear these types of masks, and they are famous for fortune telling, divine magic, but they're also like merchants and tradesmen. And so the individual who seems to have crafted this particular magic item is Kafkin, the leader of this like jester corps within the Cloud Giants.
The Cloud Giant that we met back in the Vox Populi stronghold.
The fortune teller.
Lady Mizmira. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Would she have given me that same?
She had a mask. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Also, the Cloud Giant that Saurus met, who was hanging out where the scaled fold had been, also had a mask.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I relate all that
She was
to the
sketchy.
gang.
She was super sketch.
I miss her.
Look, I would have gone with her.
But she was helpful.
What you did read is that there are reports that since the subversion that Kefkin has kind of given into madness, and might be growing. Like some people claim that this madness is leading him to become more power hungry, or that he's just kind of like seeking to spread chaos and discord everywhere. And so it's a little hard to tell. He's been battling for hierarchy, like in the hierarchy of the Cloud Giants, he's been battling for supremacy with the current leading class of the Cloud Giants. Interestingly, Strata is the supposedly the home of one Persephone Mistweaver as well.
Oh, Miss Persephone.
So if you ever visit Persephone's tower, you may come across Lord Kefken.
Knowing this about Lord Kefken, I would ask Kaimana whatever the magic item is that materialized in the box, to let myself or jury investigate it to make sure it's not cursed or.
Go ahead and you can go ahead and investigate it, and we'll just assume that the magic item is there. Go ahead and make. Are you identifying it?
I was going to say that this sentence would be coming as Kaimon is like actively shoving his hand into like whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
And if this Kefkan is Lord of Chaos, we should get him to sponsor us.
He's not going to bone over Kaimana. At this point, he realizes that
Kaimana. So
we are party chaos.
The object that you are
throw caution to the window, right? That's fine.
Whatever object it ends up taking shape in, as you're kind of like putting your hand into it or putting it on, you hear like a tinkling, like, just like in your mind as you're putting it on, and you feel like a clunk of something appear in your pouch.
Oh, in his pouch? That's so personal. What?
Not otters don't have pouch. Like in your not like your stone pouch, like in your money pouch, which is
okay. I'm sorry.
Which is very empty. So,
what's in
so
feel something appearing.
So you take it out, and it is a onyx black stone. Marlo, immediately you go, that's one of the stones for the weapons. But
subversion.
But interestingly, Kaimana, there's a note on it that just says, "This seems like it might be important to you, not today, but down the line." And it's directed to, it's written as Kaimana. This seems like it might be important to you down the line.
Looks like you're going to get your own weapon of the.
I'm going to tie it in with all the garbage on my staff.
Mar immediately fucking protests. Nope, you hide that anywhere better.
No one notices that. No one noticed 2 Tide Bonds on the staff for like 6 months. It's fine.
You didn't. Wait, the Tide Bond was. Wait.
No.
The Tide Bond was where? It was on his staff for how long?
Worse people then.
You didn't know what we were looking for. It was
What
a
were you
different
doing
time.
without me? I'm very curious.
But the people we're after and the people we're going to be hanging out with exactly know what those are. We should not be.
Yes.
Especially the people that we stole these items of the subversions from.
Kaimana's going to tuck it inside his skin pouch.
That's good. That's excellent.
A lot better.
Good. So, but as we are, as the sun's beginning to set, and you see like the distant island of Nuevea coming ever closer with the lights shooting up from the Zephrysite cores, and a day of, or a safe day of travel, even though not for the rock, but for the rest of you, as you're going, Marlo, something is interestingly eating at you.
A tiny feral squirrel.
No, yeah. Aside from a cinnamon smelling squirrel, that stone would have fit perfectly in the depression on the daggers that Eris was carrying. And when you see it, you know that that's Caiaphas's stone. That's the god of death.
The god of death stone. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's sick.
But onyx is such a.
Can I do like some kind of like history or something or arcana to be like, is it safe to hold on to that, or is that like a corrupted item?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do we know about
religion or history? Because you have studied it, but
I think I'm like,
and
I'm way better in religion. Oh,
okay,
doubling
good.
down on religion. You were right the first time. Okay. I always think that I'm not good in religion. I am.
No, I feel like you definitely are. You're one of the more religious individuals in the group.
I'm super religious.
So it's beautiful, actually. And you're not sure why. But if anyone in this group fits what the god of death originally was, it is Kaimana. The god of death was once a gentle, kind, loving person whose entire life was to ferry individuals from this world onto a more peaceful future world and to make that transition beautiful, and giving meaning to life through death, because those things are naturally combined. And much like your druid friend who withers and blooms, it fits.
Then I say nothing.
All right. All right. Well, with Nuevea before us and more serious tidings ahead, I'm sure. We'll pick up there next time.
Yay!
Yay!
So many things happen.
It's good to be back, gang. God.
Yay!
I miss you guys.
Miss you all so much.
I had a week. Like
That we know.
I needed this.
Could only imagine, man. I could only imagine.